So I've had a few people asking about this ship at the end of this video. So this is my little guide to building my main ship right now, the Falcon Mark 1. So a few disclaimers before we begin. At the time of building this, I had piloting rank 3 that allows you to pilot class B ships, and I just got Starship Design rank 1. So you might need both of those. And the only other awkward thing about this build is getting this engine. From what I've seen, you can get it from Neon at level 27. If not, do what I did. Steal a ship, what has it on, use that to build from. So let's get to the build. Starting with the lowest level, which has one 3x1 habitat, 4 landing gears, and the landing bay. And of course, 3 shielded cargo for the smugglers out there. And the last part is these 3 structural parts at the front of the ship, just for the look. Then, onto the second level. First a single hab, on top of the front landing gear, then a Nova weapon mount connected to the front of the hab, and a 2x1 hab connected right behind the first habitat, then 4 cargos connected all around the outside. Then a fuel tank on one side of the single hab and a shield on the other. Then these 2 Stroud cowling pieces and the 2 main engines. They need to connect underneath the higher level, so for now connect them to each other and put them at the back. And one more shielded cargo hidden at the back if you fancy it. Then onto the third level. Starting with a 2x1 hab that goes directly on top of the connection between the single and the double below. Then connect the cockpit to the front of this. Then another double habitat that goes behind the first double hab. Then finally 2 more habitats that go either side of the back habitat, making a T-shape like this. And remember, these rooms can be whatever you want them to be, as I chose for a living quarters, captain quarters, and infirmary. Then you need to connect these 2 cowlings and the engines from level 2, just underneath both of the hab sides. And on top of these engines goes the grav drive and the reactor. Then 2 of these end cap structural pieces on the outside of the habitats, and the problematic SA4110 engine behind them. And for the cosmetic look, 2 small Nova radiators on the side of the double habs, then these 2 different type of cowling going towards the front. And of course, a little window right in the back. Then the final level, mainly cosmetic except from the docking, so let's put that on first. The docking goes straight to the middle of the ship, then the Shroud nose cap B in front of that. Then the Nova cowling connecting to both sides of the docking and facing forward. Then another nose cap facing backwards, then the Shroud nose cap A on both sides of that. Then the final touches, the Nova cowling 2L on both sides, like this, then the other Nova cowling on the back of those, facing inwards. And for the final piece, 2 more of the small Nova radiators on the inside of the cowling. And that's the main build. The last part would be the weapons, which you have so many connections for, so go nuts. But this is what I have right now. And here's all the stats for the ship. The stats aren't crazy, mobility's okay, but the cargo's good. Now time for the tour. So here it is, at my outpost. Let's go inside. The only annoying thing with this ship is you've got to go all the way up. So this is more like, this is that big engineering bay at the bottom. This is the second floor. With a little storage room down here. This is the control room into the cockpit. And then back here, we got the window out the back. Can't see anything because it's nighttime. In here is my infirmary. And in here is my captain's quarters. That's one of my crewmates is sleeping in my bed. And the last bit is the cockpit, where we can take off. I hope you guys enjoyed the ship build, and let me know if you use it, and comment down below any upgrades you make for yourself. And I'll see you in the next one.